Engineers, let's continue our course for Revit Electrical. First, we will make fast revision for the previous lecture. We will open lecture number 2. Sorry, this is not our lecture. Okay, first we will click on new. Let's revise for the previous lectures. First we will click on new icon and we will select from here system default metric. Why I select system default metric? Because system default metric Why I select system default metric? Because system default metric consists of mechanical and electrical discipline. Second, we will click on create new project and click OK. If someone didn't understand, you can ask anytime. Okay. Second, we entered the internal interface for Revit MEP software, and we talked about the first step in any project is to insert the architectural link model. From insert, we will click on link Revit and we are going to open from C drive program files, Autodesk Revit 2018 samples arc link model, and we will select the positioning Auto origin to origin, right? And we talked about this option origin to origin. Why we selected origin to origin? Because we want to create or work in the same levels and coordinates for the architectural model. Okay, X, Y, Z for architect, I will copy the same coordinates for architect to be and paste it in my model or my modeling area. Okay, I will click open. This is the architectural link model. Second step, I want to create levels for architectural link model to be here, right? To know or to get the levels for the architect model, so I want to view this model from side view. So if I want to view this model from the side view, it's called elevation. I can go here in the elevation from project browser, then I will click or choose any elevation from here. So I can view our model from the side view, and now I can create and copy levels for the architect to be same in my project. Again, this is a link for the architects, right? And this is levels, these are levels for the architect. And these levels, I explained it before in the previous lectures, and I told you that these levels is already created automatically with the system default metric template or any template you choose before from the templates when you created the project or you selected the template in the first step. So these levels is correct or incorrect? This level, level 2 is correct? Is the same level for the architect? No. So I need to delete this level, right? And I want to get copy levels from the architect to be the same in our project, right? So I need to go to collaborate, this tab, collaborate, okay? And from here, copy monitor, select link, okay? I will select the architect model, right? Then I will select the architect model. So the window will be changed, the interface will be changed to give me this command. This command is called copy, because I need to make copying from the architect levels, right? So I need to select copy from here, and I need to check this box. This box is called multiple. Why I need to choose multiple? Because I need to copy more than one level. It's multiple levels. So I need to check this box. This box is called multiple. Then I need to make selection with mouse to these levels that I want to make copy, right? There is an option before I click finish. There is an option here called filter selection. Why I need to filter our selection? I need to filter to make filter selection because I want to make copy for levels only. I don't want to make copy for grids, right? So I will uncheck this box and delete only levels box, right? Then I will click OK. Now I can click finish. There is two finish here. This is the first finish is for multiple copy. The first finish is for multiple copy, and second finish is the finish for the final command in this tab. I will return back to copy monitor. There is another finish here. I will click also. So I have two finish. Now the levels is got copied, right? So I will move our levels from here by drag it from this small circle, so I can differ between the architect level and our level. These are our level, and this is the architect level, right? Now you can delete the template level that is created before. I can delete it from here. So now I have levels that I want to create here in the project browser, right? So the first step is to make copy level. The first step is make copy level from collaborate, copy monitor, select link, and selecting the link, and click on copy, and select multiple, and make selection with mouse for the architect levels, and click finish, and click another finish. These are our steps. Next step is to create these levels to be here in the project browser, right? Okay. From where I can create these levels? From view tab, I will click on plan views, floor plan, and I will select all these levels. And I will click on edit type. In edit type, there is very important option called view template. We talked and we explained view template before. What is the meaning of view template? View template is some information and data I need to save in the view template, so I can activate this view template. After I make it, I can activate this view template, so I can get advantages and data and information that already saved in this template. Again, I am working here, for example, I need to create Power View Template Plan. So I will select electrical plan, okay. Then I will rename this template to be Power Template Plan, okay. Then we talked about this in the previous lectures. This is option and the properties for this view template. this option or these options are already exist here in Revit. But I save this properties and this option in this view template that's called Power Template Plan. Why I need to save this option in the view properties to be activated through Power Template Plan? So I can use this Power Template Plan anytime in our project for level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Just I need to select the Power Template Plan and click Activate, and all data and information that already saved in this Power Template Plan will be activated. Okay? If you check box here in any parameter from this table, so it will be activated through the Power Template Plan. But if you uncheck this box, it will be unactivated and you can use it from outside here. Okay? So if I uncheck the box, this box for the display model detail level, so I can operate or I can use this option from here. But if I check box here, so I can't edit or you can't use this option from here. Okay? So I will uncheck this box. I don't need to be activated. And I will select discipline electrical and sub-discipline to be power. I need to make the discipline to be electrical and sub-discipline to be power, right? And we have here V/G overrides the model. What's the meaning V/G? Visibility and graphics. And we explained it before. I will explain it again. Visibility and the graphics, from here you can control the visibility and the hidden for the tools and categories, model categories from here. If you check box for air terminals, so it will be shown in power plans. But if you uncheck, so it will be hidden in power plans, right? So I need here to check. I am working now in power plans, discipline electrical. So I need to check box in the power categories or electrical categories only, and hide mechanical or any other tools that I don't need to create, right? So I will check. I need fire alarm devices for power. I don't need, so I will uncheck fire alarm devices. I don't need lighting devices, lighting fixtures also. Security devices, telephone devices. I don't need all this. All these categories are related to light current systems. So I will check box only for power electrical categories, right? And I will click OK. And I will click another OK. Okay. I will select all these levels. I need to create it here in project browser, and I will click OK. So now Revit creates these levels here in our project browser from entry level to roof. Okay. I will repeat it again for lighting and light current systems for floor plans. Again, I will select plan views, floor plan. Where is our levels? Where is our levels? Why I can't see our levels here? Because levels is for the first time you can create from here, from view, plan views, floor plan. But for the second times, it will be duplicated. And there is no problem in duplication in Revit. Why there is no problem? Because you need to work all disciplines in one view or one plan, right? Because you need to make integration between disciplines or between plans. So if you make separate plans for power plans, I will create plans for power and create new plans and separate plans for light current and separate plans for lighting. How we can make integration? In this case, I can. So Revit, he will make duplication from levels, but you can control visibility and the graphics for levels according to the discipline you will create. يبقى to to view the hidden plans, so I need to uncheck this box. Don't duplicate existing views. So I will get the duplicate views, this here, and I will click on edit type, this tab, and I will select from here the view template. I created before what? Power plans. So I need to create this time. For example, I need to make duplication, duplicate from here, and I will write here light current black. Okay. So I need to edit these properties to be according to our system like current plane. So I need to edit these settings to be suitable with like current, right? From here, from visibility and graphics, I will uncheck box for cable trays. I will let communication devices. I will uncheck conduits. I will let data devices. I could let electrical equipment, electrical fixtures. I will check box also for security devices and telephone devices. Okay. Then I will click OK. And I will let the discipline, the main discipline, to be electrical, and sub-discipline I will change to be light current. I will write it. Why I write it? Because if you viewing here, you will not get light current. So you need to write it, type it. So you need to type it light current, okay? Then you will click OK. Now Revit will create another discipline called light current. Okay, so you have here floor plans for light current, floor plans for power. If you want to rename the floor plan to be, for example, entry level LC for light current, you will click OK. It will be LC, and entry level you can rename from here and put it PW. It will be. Would you like to rename corresponding level and views? Why Revit give you this message? Because this is the original level. You created, this is the first level, it's the first time. This is the original level. Okay? So he give you message, tell you if you rename corresponding level and views, it will also rename in the duplicated views. But if you click no, it will be separated. It will give here PW for power, and light current will be same LC. Okay, understand this? And I will create the last discipline is for lighting. Okay, you can make from light current, fire alarm, data, telephone, many floor plans as more. Give example. From here, I will make the application and I will create or type lighting template. Okay, and from here I could select lighting devices, lighting fixtures, and I will unselect light current systems. Okay, from here I will select lighting as a sub-discipline. Then I will click OK and another OK. Now I have light current, lighting, and power. Okay, understand this? Second type of plans I will create right now, it's called reflected ceiling plan. What's the difference here between reflected ceiling plan and floor plan? To understand this, I will give you a picture. I will explain to you from this picture. Imagine with me, this is our floor here. This is the slab for our floor plan, and this is the slab for the above for above level, okay, or this is the ceiling, okay. If you have here false ceiling, if you are in floor plan, Revit will give you view from slab to slab. Revit will give you the view from slab to slab. This is in what? In floor plan. But if you will create reflected ceiling plan, Revit, if you have false ceiling here, it will only give you a view from false ceiling to slab only. It will not give you from slab to slab. It will give you from false ceiling to slab only. Okay? We will see this right now when we are going to create the false ceiling plan. Okay? From plan views, reflected ceiling plan, I will select these levels. I am creating now RCP reflected ceiling plan. And from edit type, view template, I will create, there is a difference here between view template for floor plan and view template for ceiling plan. There is a big difference here. For electrical ceiling, I will make duplicate, lighting, ceiling template, okay. This is a lighting ceiling template. I will uncheck this box, view range also, because I will explain it. Model display, electrical and lighting, and I will click OK. Now in lighting, these are two types. The first is floor plans, second is ceiling plans, right? If you select second floor here, you will see the tiles for the ceiling, right? But if you will select second floor plan, you will not get ceiling tiles. What is the meaning of this? Revit, the difference here between the floor plan and ceiling plan, as I described before, in floor plan it will give you the view from slab to slab in floor plan, but in ceiling plan it will give you from tiles to the slab, okay? So Revit give you the ceiling plans only so you can create through these tiles your lighting fixtures, light current system. Only you can create and make placement here for lighting fixtures, light current. So this is the importance and the big difference between ceiling plans and the floor plans. The big difference is ceiling plan is for creating and placement in the tiles, light current, light fixtures, HVAC, air terminals, sprinklers for firefighting. So you can have tiles, you can create through the tiles and the placement and have placement for your systems, okay? So now we created ceiling plans for lighting. We are going to create ceiling plans also for light current systems. Tell me, I want to create levels here for ceiling plans. Why I can't see the reflected ceiling plans? Yes, I need to uncheck this box so I can get our levels. I will click on edit types. Then I will select view template. I will duplicate and type it light current ceiling template, okay, and I will select subsibling from here to be light current. I will click OK. Then I get light current system. I told you before you can rename it, okay. As you see right now, we created floor plans and ceiling plans for light current and lighting, and floor plans for power, okay. We talked before also about electrical settings. If we are going to create voltage we creating voltage definitions and distribution systems. From where we can, or from any place in Revit, we can create or we can edit electrical settings. If you remember or you understand the previous lecture, we want to create voltage, new voltages and new distribution systems. From where?
Manage.
From manage, yes. Electric MEP setting, electrical settings, and I will select voltage definitions. From here I can create 220 volt with these steps. Okay, and I will create also 380 volt. Okay, then I will create what? Distribution system. I need to create 380 over 220 distribution system, 3-phase. We explained this before. 4 wires, line to line to be 380, line to ground to be 220. Okay. Now I created our voltage definitions and distribution system. First, we will create power sockets for power discipline. By going to systems, from here I will select electrical fixture. I will select electrical fixture. I have here, this is our sockets we will use, receptacle. Okay. I will click on edit type for this socket before I can create. Its voltage is 120. I need to change it to be 220, right? But I can't change before I can make something called duplicate. Because if I change this 120 volt to be 220, it will be changed in the original family. It will be changed in the original family. I don't to make any change in the original family. So I need to make duplicate and type it as 120 volts. This type will get named 220 volt. It will be changed to be 220 volt. Now I can change this volt to be 220. Okay. Now I can use our sockets. I can use our sockets by putting it on the wall with the shape. If you are going to put it far away from the wall, it will give you message couldn't find an appropriate host. Couldn't find an appropriate host. Try selecting different host. The wall, it's meaning host, because this socket need to be hosted on the wall, right? So you need to choose place on vertical face because the wall is vertical face, right? And you will place these sockets with the shape and these steps. Okay, now I finished the first room. I will create for the second room. But here, this is very important thing we didn't make. We need to put the names for these rooms, right? We need to put names for these rooms because it may be changed from room to another room, and according to furniture and according to many requirements. So we need to know what is the activity for this room before we can create any system, right? From where we can create names for these rooms, I told you before about this option. From annotate, from annotate, there is something called tag all. I will click on tag all and I will select what is the type of the category I need to create. I need to put something called room tags, right? But there is very important, something very important here. Room is a part of architect model or it is not?
Yes.
It's part of architect model, right? So you will need.
Right.
تفضل يا باشا. Okay, so because room is a part from the architect model, so I need to check this box. It's called include elements from linked files. Because room is a part from a linked file, so I need to check this box. Okay, it's very important. From here, I can select type of room tag that I want. I have here room tag only, it's name only, and room tag with area, it will give me name with area. Room tag with volume, it will give me room tag with volume if I need the volume, such as I'm making lighting calculations, so I need the volume for this room, right? So I could change, I can select room tag with area, okay? And I will click OK. It's giving me another message. The assigned view template is preventing the category from displaying. Do you want to edit the view template? The view template that's already activated for this view, it's preventing the tags to be viewed. Why? Because visibility and the graphics for the room tags is hidden in the view template. I will click OK. And from visibility and the graphics, I will select annotation categories, not model categories. Why annotation categories? Because these are tags, text, dimensions. All these types is located in annotation categories, okay? So from here, I will type R in keyboard. Room tags, it's already visible. So I will need to revise and check model categories. I will select rooms. Rooms is hidden. So I need to check this box, okay? I need to check box to show rooms, okay? I will click OK. So now I got the room tags here. This room is a structure and it is 900 square feet. And this is 105. If I need to change the units from square feet to be meter square, from where, if anyone remember? What? No, from manage project units, okay. But there is something very important here. This units it's belong to our project. Already area here is meter square, but rooms is related to what? Is related to the architect model. The architect model units is with British units, square feet. So if you need to change these units, you need to change it from where? From the architect model. Understand this? Okay, we will do it later, no problem. Now we have here our rooms. We will continue our sockets by this way. We can create only 3 rooms as an example. Okay. Now we finished creating the sockets for these rooms. So now we will make wiring between these sockets. How we can make wiring? First, to make wiring, you need to make separate circuits and separate system for these rooms. So Revit can define this room as separate room than this room, and this is circuit, it's different than another circuit, okay? So first option is to create separately system for each circuit from here. I will select this socket and I will get icon here called create power systems. Okay, can you wait 2 minutes? I will do something and I will back again. 2 minutes only. It's not break. So the first step is creating power system for these sockets by click or select this socket from here by mouse and click on create power system from here. Now we get this view. We have here icon called edit circuit because this circuit, so I will click on edit circuit. Give me another view. Another view, it's called add to circuit. Revit requests from me to add another fixtures to the same circuit. So I will select the another fixture to add them to the circuit. Okay. Revit will request from you select panel. I will not select panel now. Okay, so I will click finish. Okay. If I am going to stand by mouse without click and click tab in keyboard or press tab in keyboard, it will give me this shape. This shape is viewing these sockets are connected to each other as a system. Okay, I will click on mouse as this shape. I will click on mouse, and it will give me here another option. It's called convert to wire. You have here two types of wire: arc wire or chamfered wire. You can select any type from here, so it will make connection wires between these sockets. Okay, until now there is any problem. We will do the same here in this row. I will select socket. I will click on create power system, edit circuit, and I will add these fixtures to our system. Okay, and then I will click finish. Then I will select any fixture from here and I will press tab in keyboard and click and select chamfered wire. Okay, I will not continue. Okay, so we will continue now our lecture. After we finished creating the electrical fixture system or power system, we are going to connect these fixtures or these sockets with a control with electrical panel. Okay, so we need now to create or load electrical panel from electrical equipment. We are getting here M lighting and appliance panel board 480 volt, and this volt is different than the standard volt in our countries. Okay, so we need this panel to be changed to 380 volt, right? So if we are searching here, there is no 380 volt panel, right? Okay, so we need to change this panel from 480 volt to be 380 volt. Okay, we need to change this panel from 480 volt to 380 volt. First, we will put this panel here, or download or create this panel here as this is electrical room. Sorry, in this room, this is the electrical room. So I will put the panel here. Okay. This panel has some properties and some options, like you can put here the panel name, okay, and you can from here control the pole breakers, and it will get here the circuit naming according to the connected fixtures. Let's see it later. First, I will edit family. I will edit this panel from edit family here. Okay, so I can change the volt from 480 volt to be 380 from edit family. From edit family. It's loading. Now, this is our panel here, and this is the connector that I want to change from it the voltage. This connector. Look, I zoom out again and zoom in. I want to change this connector. You know this, it's like plus value. Okay, so I will click and choose this connector, the circular connector. Once you selected this connector, the properties here will be viewed the voltage. Okay, I want to change this volt from 480 to be 380 volt, right? 380 volt. Okay. Now I will save this family as 380 volt in the library, in our library. Did you remember our library for families? I will get our library. This is our library, okay? In the electrical MEP, electrical power, terminals, not terminals, distribution, and distribution again. This is your library. This is your library, okay? In libraries, US metric, I will choose electrical, okay? MEP, electrical power, and distribution. I want to save this panel here. You can save it in anywhere in your PC, but I want to save it in library. Okay, I will change this name from 480 to be 380 volt, right? Okay, and I will click save. Now I changed this family from 480 to be 380 volt, right? Okay, then I will choose load into project and close by click on this icon, load into project and close. It will give me our panel. I will go to entry level here and choose systems again, electrical panel. Now I have 380 volt. I will put it here in electrical panel. Again. First step, choose your panel, 480 volt. Okay. Edit family. بص كده معايا. First step, choose your panel. Okay. خلاص بقى بتاخدوا الفيديوهات. Then edit family. Okay. Then you will choose this connector. Okay, this connector. It will give you voltage 480 volt. You will change it to be 380, right? Okay. Then you will save as a new family because I want to save it as 380, not 480, right? So I need to save it here in this folder in your library. This folder is called distribution, right? So from where I can get this folder? From your library. From your library in US metric, electrical, MEP, electrical power, distribution. You want to save your library, your family here as 380 volt. Changing this to be 380 volt. After you click save, because I will make override because I made it before. After you finish, you will make load into project and close. Okay. Okay. Now when you return to your project, you will choose systems, electrical equipment, and you will choose this one with name is 380 volt because it is already you loaded to your project, and you will put it here. You will not need this type, it's 480, I will delete. I will delete this type, I want 380 volt. Okay. Now the next step, I will connect these fixtures to this panel. Okay, I will connect these fixtures to this panel by choose any socket from this system and click on electrical circuits from above, and there is icon here called select panel. But we forget something very important. We need to return back. We didn't select. Oh no, Revit automatically selected. The select, it's very important to check that your distribution system is 380 over 220, right? I will return back. I will select any socket, electrical circuit, select panel, and I will select this panel. Now Revit connected this fixture to this panel. How I can check this? First, to check this, we will put name here for this panel. For example, I will put name here MCP. Okay. For example, I put name MCP. Okay. If you want to put tag for this panel, you need to go to any tag from annotate tag. Any tag from annotate tab. From annotate tab, from tag by category, you can put a tag here. This tag is MCP-1 for this panel. I want to confirm that this fixture is connected to this panel. I have many options for this. I can stand by mouse here in this fixture and click tab in keyboard for first time. This is the second time. I click double time, I press double time, tab in the keyboard, then I will click. Then I will select any type of wires. So there is a direction here from this wire that this fixture is connected to this panel. There is another option that I can confirm from it that this fixture is connected to this panel. What is this option? From view tab, I can select from user interface something called system browser. This is from this tab that's called system browser. You can browse your systems. This system is electrical, so I will click on here, power system. I will click again. I get here this panel. It's highlighted in our project when I select it from system browser. Then I will click on this icon, and this is circuit 1. Revit give it because this is the first circuit, so it give it number circuit 1. Then I will click on this, so it will give me our sockets here. So our sockets is related or connected to this panel. And there is another option here. You can get after we create spaces. I will tell you how we can create space and space name. There is something called space and space names. We can maximize here. You have here load total connected load. It's something different than the panel schedules. We will talk about panel schedules later. It will give you the load here and it will give you the voltage here. Okay, this is clear. We will revise it again with this row. We will connect this row to this panel. Okay, I will select any fixture from here and click on electrical circuits and select panel, and I will select this panel. Now circuit 2 has been added here through system browser. You have here circuit 2, this is circuit 2, and you can create wire from this option. You can select circuit. After you can select circuit, click here in the modeling area and click on chamfered wire, and it's like a wire direction to your panel. Now you have circuit 2 and you have circuit 1, okay, connected to this panel. You will try this now at your PC online and offline, connecting their circuits to panel. Okay, let's continue. Now we will connect this panel to another panel as a feeder. So there is a main panel and this is sub panel. Okay, so I will go to this electrical room here and put another panel as a feeder panel. Okay, from systems, electrical equipment, I will put another panel here in this electrical room. Okay, now I want to connect this panel to this panel. Okay, this is the main panel and this is sub panel here. So I want to select this panel and click on this icon, create power systems. Okay, Revit request to select panel. So I will select panel from here. I will click on select panel and select this panel. Now I can select wire as an indication, and I can from view, this is the main panel, the feeder, and this is the MCP1 that we named. We can put name for this also, and this is the 2 circuit. This is an example. As you can get more than circuits, more than load classification, more than panels, and this panel and this is branch panel or sub panels could be connected to feeder panel, and this feeder panel will be connected to switch panel port or circuit breaker, as we will see later in our lecture. Okay, if we want to connect these panels through cables in the corridor from this side until it will connect with this panel. Okay, so we will create a cable tray here, as this cable tray will connect these panels with each other, right? Okay, so we will go to cable tray from here, and we will select ladder cable tray, and from here we can select the width and height for our cable tray, as we explained before how to create cable tray in the previous lecture. I will select the width of cable tray according to my calculations, according to the cables and how many cables and the width, thickness and the width I need for this cable tray, and the height. Okay, and also I need to select the offset for our cable. When I finished selecting the size and offset for cable tray, I will create the cable tray here in this direction in our corridor. Our cable tray is a single line. I want to increase the level of detail for this cable tray to be with highest level of detail. From where? Anyone remember? Here? Or here?
Detail levels.
Okay. So I will select File to get the highest level of detail for our cable tray. Okay. I can also make branch for our cable tray as an indication that our cable tray CT shortcut keyboard. So I make indication that this cable tray is getting cables from this panel, okay, and maybe it could be get cables also from if there is electrical room here and panels, and it will be connected to the main electrical room. So I can give also here connection to the electrical room. So this cable tray is connected our floor between panels from here to the main electrical room. I can also, if I want more details, I can extend this cable tray here to this panel. Okay, and so on. This is for the connection between panels and cable trays. Now we will discuss something very important called view range. What's the meaning of view range? If I want to activate or edit view range from here, it will be deactivated or be locked. How we can unlock view range and use it from here? Anyone know this?
View template.
View template, yes. From view template, I will uncheck box beside view range from here, so I can deal with this option from outside. From view range here, I get something very important called top, cut plan, bottom, and level. What is the meaning of top? Top is the highest level or the limit for the level you can see or view through your floor plan. For example, you are now in the entry level, right? In this entry level, if we get section here at this area, we need to be focused in the view range because it's very important. We have here, I can't open view range from here because this is section. This is from plan and this is from section, right? This is a section for this area and this is from plan. The distance between finished floor level to finished floor level, how much? 3397.3. Okay, what is the offset for this cable tray? The offset for cable tray is 2743 from this level. This is the entry level. Okay, if you are going to open view range again, if I don't want to see this cable tray, I want to hide this cable tray, not from visibility and the graphics, but from view range. What I can do here, if I am going to select this reference level to be entry level, and I put the number here below the value of 2700, for example, if I put it to be 2500. If I click apply, the cable tray will be hidden. Why? Because the top, the number of top view or from view range, if I select the distance from here to here, it will give me 2688. But I put the view range to see only until 2500. It's below the cable tray. So Revit will hide any value over 2500. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
So this is the meaning. Of first thing, it's called top. Okay? If I want to see cable tray, so I need to increase this value here to exceed 2000, for example, 2800. If I click apply, so now cable tray will be returned back. It will show again. Why? Because I increased the value to be more than the offset of cable tray, right? Okay?
Yes.
Okay, what is the standard value for working in Revit in the floor plan? The standard value is to see from level to level, right? From slab to slab, right? So the standard, I can put this standard with two options. First option, I can measure the level. Between here to here. It will give me 3657. So I can put this number in top. So Revit will show from slab to slab, right? Or I can put another option. I can change this value by changing the reference level from level 1 to level 2 and put this offset as 0. It's the same meaning. Why it's the same meaning? Because the top is defined by two. The top here is defined by two options. First, selecting your reference level. Second, put the value for offset. If I want to see until second floor here, I am here in first floor. Understand? Focus with me. I am here in first floor. And I will select the reference level to be second floor. If I will select second floor and put the offset 0, what is the meaning of this? Revit will give me the view from the entry level until second floor 0 level. Okay? Second is a cut plan. What's the meaning of cut plan? Cut plan, when you are going to take section in any view, you need to cut through this section. You cut your plan as this is a section, okay? The cut plan in floor plan, it's semi to be standard to 1200. Why? Because you need to view doors and windows. You need to cut through doors and windows. Example for this, if I increased this number, to be 2300, it will be above the door. It will be above the level of the door. So the door will be hidden in our floor plan or our view because the cut for our section is above the level of the door. See here in our plan here, if I click apply, door is hidden. Why? Because the cut of the section is above the level of the door and windows and all of this, okay? So the standard in the floor plan in Revit to be 1200. You don't need to change it, okay? You don't need to change it, okay? In the bottom is the opposite of the top. For example, I am here in the floor plan 1, okay? And I have here conduits or pipes I need to view through my plan, okay? So I will select the 0 level for our view to be entry level, okay? This is the 0 level for our plan. If the pipes or conduits is below this 0 level with negative 400 millimeter or 500 millimeter, so I need to put this value as negative also, because I need to see conduits or pipes. Let's create here pipes or conduits. Let's create pipes or conduits below the slab here in the first floor. I will put the offset to be negative 200. And I will create the conduits here. Okay? Why is this message? Because the view range is above the level of the conduits. I need to check visibility and graphics or view range. Revit didn't give me why you can't see the conduits, but he gave me in the message you need to check visibility and graphics or view range. So I will check view range first. I will click on view range and I will put the bottom here negative 300. If you are going to click apply, it will give you error. Why? Because you need to make view depths same as bottom or more than the value of the bottom. In view range in Revit, you need to put view depths same as bottom or more than bottom. So I will put it same as bottom, negative 300. Okay? These are the same. Bottom as view depths. You will put the value here, same as here. But don't put the bottom below the view depths. You need to put view depths same as bottom or larger than or bigger than bottom. Okay? Then I will click apply. Now the cable tray has been shown. Okay? If I want to see the conduits, this is conduits, sorry, this is our conduit that we created before. This is our conduit here. Okay. Now we will create lighting fixtures systems. After that, we will create panel schedules for lighting and power systems. From lighting, ceiling plans, I will select second floor. And I will create lighting feature from here. Then I will select something called placement. In sockets, we selected place on vertical face because this is a wall, this is a vertical, okay? But in lighting feature, we will select the second option that is called place on face, because place on face you can place horizontally using place on face or any other angles. You can use place on face command. Then you will select from here the type of lighting fixture you need. If you didn't get your desired lighting fixture, so you can load another items from library using load family command. Okay? From electrical, not electrical, from lighting folder, MEP, internal, I can select from these items any type I want to create in our project. For example, I will select true light parabolic square. Okay. Then I will click open. Now I have the lighting feature is 120 volt. So I need to change the type of lighting feature from 120 to be 220 volt. So first step I will click on duplicate and I will change only 120 to be 220 volt, right? Then I will click OK. And I will change the volt from 120 volt to be 120 volt. Okay, right? Next, I will click OK. Now true for light is 220 volt. I will put the lighting feature here. Then I will zoom in and I will go to modify and select command called align. It's the same as AutoCAD, align. I need to select the line of the tile from here and select align from the lighting fixture to be aligned as the same, to be centered in the tile. Okay? Okay? Now, no, snap settings, there is a snap setting from here, manage snaps, we have snaps here also, but it's working more with detail lines or lines, same as AutoCAD. But here you have models, not lines, so snaps is working more with the detail lines. But you have here, if you want, if I want to move, I can move it from center, from here to here, okay? Now I want to copy this lighting fixture in this direction. I can copy or make command called array. Okay, so we will create lighting fixtures using the two types. First, we will use copy. From here, I will select copy, and I have command here called constraint. From constraint, it's meaning that you will use the same line here only. You can't copy in another direction. You will, for example, if I click or activate constraint and select multiple from here, multiple, it's meaning that I want to copy more than two. So I will select from this end point or from this point, and I will let two tiles and making copy like this. constraint, because I need to keep the alignment of this lighting fixture in the same line here. This is the meaning of constraint. I want to keep the alignment to the same line. Okay. If I want to deactivate constraint option and I want to make copy, I could make copy. I could make copy in any direction like this. But if I click constraint, I only make on this alignment only. I can't make in any direction. Okay. Now I will make copy for 4 rows in this direction using the command called array. Array, I will select all these features and I will use this command called array, shortcut is AR, and I will type here number of rows I want to copy. So I need 3 rows in this direction, so I will add 1 to 3 to be 4. For Revit will get this row as one of the array rows. Okay. You have here 2 options to make array. The first is Revit will get the value between the first and second row and will make subsequently for the remaining rows, or Revit will get the value between first to the last row and will divide this distance over 4. Let's use the 2 options. Let's test the first option, it's called second. I will get from this point to here, and Revit will create the remaining rows, and I will test the second option, is called last. But before this, when we selected the array option, Revit made grouping for all lighting features. You can select ungrouping when you are going to make array, as we will explain this now. But if you want to ungroup all these lighting features, you can select them all and select ungroup from here. Now we will make the second row and test the option that's called last. Again, systems, lighting fixtures. We will select place on face placement, as you will place this fixture in horizontal, and we will put the lighting fixture here. Then we will make alignment. From modify, we will select align and select this line, and then you will select the line in the lighting fixture. Okay. Now we will make copy, and we will put 3 lighting fixtures here. Then we will select our lighting fixtures and select array command, and we want 3 rows here, so we will put 4. We can uncheck from here group and associate, so Revit will not make group after finishing the command. And now we will select the second option, that's called last. What's the difference between second and last? Revit will get the distance between the first row to the last row, and he will divide the distance between the first and second and repeated the rows with this way. Okay, this is the difference between second and last. Okay. Okay. return back to floor so we can continue the lighting works. Okay. But after we will creating the remaining lighting works, we need to create something called spaces. Why we need to create spaces? Because we need to calculate the lux and the lighting calculations through something called spaces. It's according to the volume of room the lighting will fill, the volume of this room. So we need to create spaces through Revit, and after that we can export something called GPXML file to Dialux or Dialux Evo, and making the calculations in Dialux or Dialux Evo and return it back to Revit with the final values. Okay, so how we can create spaces? We can create spaces from tab Analyze and selecting something called space. Okay, if we are going to make space, the space will not sense the boundaries for this room. Why? Because I told you before that these are a link. These are a link. Revit can't sense the boundaries for this room to make separate spaces. So we need to activate something called room bounding. We need first to activate something called room bounding. How we activate the room bounding for the architectural link? We can activate the room bounding for the architectural link from project browser. We will select ArcLink model. We will double click from Revit links on the ArcLink model. We will double click on ArcLink model and we will check this box that's called constraints room bounding. Room bounding activate. Okay, room bounding activate. Now we try to create space again. Now spaces, it's highlighted and Revit can sense the boundaries for each space, right? So now we can create space for each room manually or using something called place spaces automatic. But we forget something very important. What is this something? This something is called, if we select space, there is an offset here for space. What is the meaning of offset? When you have a room, and you want to light this room, you will calculate the offset for this room to the false ceiling or from slab to slab.
False ceiling.
Until the false ceiling only, right?
Yeah.
So you need to define the offset for this space. By click on section and getting section here in this area. Okay. When we enter this section, we will make view tile. When we enter this section, now we work it in the second floor, right? It's our lighting fixture here. This is our lighting fixture, right? Okay. Now we want to light this area only. So our offset will be the distance between the level until the beginning of the false ceiling. The beginning of the false ceiling is 2438.4. So I will copy this number and I will put here for our space. Our space, it was 4000. What's the meaning of 4000? 4000 This means your calculation will be wrong because Revit will make your calculation or Dialogs will make your calculation until this slab or more than this slab. So it will give you a bigger calculation, it will be mistake or higher values, it will give you mistakes in your report. Okay, so I will change 4000 to be 2438.4 offset. So now when I return back to create space, I will create space with 2438.4, right? This is if you are going to create your spaces manually. But if you can place your spaces automatically, but be aware in this option, Revit could give you wrong spaces values. For example, if I click on place spaces automatically and Revit created 35 spaces, maybe some places they didn't has full ceiling. For example, if I open this section, now in the second floor I don't have full ceiling in corridor. Okay, so the space is created below the level of the slab. So there is a mistake here that Revit will calculate only until this value. This value will not be calculated. This area will not be calculated. So there will be mistake here in your lighting calculation. So you need to revise after Revit has been created spaces. You need to revise after it and edit the values for the offset. Okay. It will be enough for today, and we will continue inshallah Thursday. Okay.
معلش يا باشمهندس بعد اذنك
اتفضل.
الحسابات الميكانيكيه يا باشمهندس